What?
I mean, there you go. There's the new layout for everybody. For anyone that hasn't seen it.
Kylian, don't do that.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Very good, very nice.
big shout out to
Very
Mr.
good.
Cal.
Let's go
Jam.
now.
W for Cal in the chat. W's.
But, you know, it fits the theme of, you know, the whole logo, the whole season, instead of being just a black and grey. It fits the colour scheme.
Yep.
Yes.
And we get, you know, we get all three of us. We get all three of us on.
Yep.
Um,
Until Jonah buys his webcam.
and
I'm guessing there's
Jonah
no
will
Mr.
be here.
Reptic tonight.
No, Reptic's busy. He told me yesterday to be.
Is it in the huff because he got beat yesterday?
Yeah, maybe.
He's sad because me and him both are together.
Oh yeah, true. He's sad that he's been thrown in the bin because of Jeffo.
Yep.
But yeah. So going on results for today. Well, you know, this week, some good results all round. To be fair, some decent games all round. Any surprising results for anybody?
Well, I think it has to be Velocity beating Clinical.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Yeah.
that's. You know, and also Lotus beating Resurrection tonight. You know, that can come as a shock. You know, to many people.
I told you, I saw it coming.
Because Clinical were first trident and yous were sixth. That's why it was thingway. Put it in football terms, if Chelsea were top and they got beat off West Ham, who were seventh, you'd say that was a surprise.
Just let's try and talk, you know. It's just.
Yeah, I think, you know, both them games are, you know, the games to stand out is Velocity Clinical, Lotus Resurrection, Juice, you know, taking it to a game 5 against Vision.
Yeah,
you know,
they played so much better than we originally thought. Eclipse, he's very good. Webrahim, absolutely amazing. He was all over us.
Webrahim just defensive. He just done everything, but there's some of the saves that he done was outstanding.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Obviously, you know, that alters the table a lot with the results, you know, this week. Clinical and Vision obviously still tied, but Vision with the, you know, the extra game in hand because they've already had the bye week. I mean, that was going to happen at some point. I was going to warn him about it, to be fair, but that's how he's going to be all day. Then it's going to happen. Obviously, Miracle and Euphoria, you know, Miracle, Euphoria, and Velocity all on 12 points. You know, it's everything on this table right now is all being squashed back into. It could be anybody's league.
Yeah. It's what I think it's only 3 points between first and sixth. I think I've seen there. First and fifth, first and sixth, 3 points.
Yeah. So yeah, first and sixth. So obviously, depending on, you know, the results next week, you know, obviously Fearless 5 are still in, you know, like I said, I think it's the top 6. You know, Fearless 5 obviously on 9 points, Velocity, Euphoria, Miracle on 12, and then Vision and Clinical on 15. You know, it's the gaps close with the way that people have played this week. You know, going into next week, if the results go the way that it needs to for Fearless 5, they also push into that.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's
getting very
close.
Yeah.
It's definitely getting into end season now because that's week 7, is it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, going into week 7, yeah.
Only 3 game weeks left after this.
Yeah, it's going in the first phase now.
Yeah, 4 after week 7. You'll have 11 weeks. There's not been another week added on.
No, is it not 10 weeks?
There's 12 teams, though, isn't
There's 11 teams.
Nice.
No, because it would be 12 with the bye week, right? So it'd be 12 teams, so it'd be 11 weeks.
I don't know.
Because it were 10 weeks with the 10 teams we had last season.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So anyway, there's still plenty of games to go, but they're coming in thick and fast.
So the games coming up for game week 7. Any interesting games for anyone?
Me, Vision X versus Clinical. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, that is them. Vision X and Clinical and Velocity and Euphoria are the two main standout top of the table games. But also Team Miracle versus Fearless 5, who are there's lots of big games of teams.
Atlantis versus Lotus as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every game actually has
Mm-hmm.
a sort of meaning apart from Juice and G-Force.
But I think
I
was going to say you say that, but I think that's still a game. They're both teams that are on 3 points, both teams that struggle to get wins.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. They're both.
No.
I thought you said 2 wins.
No, so Juice have only got the 1 win, so they get 3 points, and obviously G-Force the same. So either one of them teams take that game, it pushes them. Resurrection are the next team in line, so they've got 6 points. So depending on how they do, they've got the bye week. So Juice have only played 5 games as well, so they've got the game in hand on Resurrection. So they win that game. They take above Resurrection at that point as well. So they take that 7th spot, slowly come into the top 6.
The ideal result for me there is Used to beat Vision X 3-0 and Euphoria to beat Velocity 3-0, because I think that puts us first and second.
Yeah, I think that's a dreamland prediction. Vision and no pushovers. The same with us. Realistically, we lost against Velocity, fair enough. But none of us were. I wouldn't say any of us were on our game of how we normally play. Definitely from my point of view, I played absolutely appalling. There's a reason I asked Kylian to be there as well. mentally, for that reason. I know I was struggling. I knew I weren't 100%. So bringing Kylian in to keep the hype, to keep the momentum, and we almost pulled it off.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't that you guys got beaten very hard. Okay, second match was a bit awful, but overall the other matches were very close. And you guys did well, but they just played a bit better for what you guys could bring to the table at that moment.
And that was I was saying that as well. We were not playing at our game, base. We were not playing like how we used to play. We were taking it so slow in the beginning, not changing anything.
Yep.
I mean, it happens, I said to Brooks before this, I was like, yeah, it was going to happen. We were not going to perfect sweep this BGCS season. No way. There are too many good teams, so we're not going to win all,
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Like Dwarf said in there, teams have bad weeks, players have bad weeks, but you just move on from it and go again.
Yep.
And it's something I said to Velocity. Fair play. GG's. It is what it is, and I already predicted that at the start. In a player sense, Clinical win that. In a in outside of that, Velocity do get that. Looking from the outside, potentially it goes to a game 5. Velocity can win it. That was my prediction on the podcast last week. And 2 players, take that on the chin and respect to what people say, take the opinions, and whatever you say to this Trident, I'm going to point you out on it, and I think you need to lead by example from them 2 people. Because a simple GG at the end of a game instead of coming in and fair enough, the gloat I don't mind, but continuing over days, it's outrageous.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Bad winner. That's all it is. Bad winner gets ego goes through the roof until they get smacked off the next person they play. And then that ego comes.
Who said that?
Come back! Who said that? Come back!
So moving on to the games then. So Vision, Clinical, what we saying prediction wise?
Oh, I probably gonna say 3-2. You guys.
Oh, okay.
He's doing what you're getting dropped, GCI.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I rate that. I rate that you've got against your own team.
Yeah, I done it. I was brave enough to do it against Clinical?
Because I'm not sure, because this game we had today, we was not playing good at all. We was just
Imposter Among Us.
it was just terrible. We didn't have
I mean,
a lot of
it was the
comms.
car, you
It
know.
just
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think just one game week, you can't take that into a new game week.
Yeah.
Like, like
You-
Dwarf said, everyone has a bad game week.
And also, like, take confidence of that. That
yeah.
you had a bad week and you still won against a very solid team, even though that they are only down there on 3 points. Juice, they showed that they were a much better team
Yeah.
than were their points.
Yeah.
And I think that's with every team. Like they show so much, but like that's also the thing. You don't see it like points wise. You don't see what happened in that game. You don't see that. That's the thing.
Yeah, you only see the score at the end, but you don't know what the
Yeah.
games itself were.
Yeah.
And
And
how
they are
competitive
close.
the game itself was.
Yeah.
It
Correct.
could be a 1 versus 2, and then at the end they win 3-0.
Yeah.
I
Well-
think if Weeb was not playing, I think it would be a different story. Because
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Weeb is an amazing player. He was stopping us from making it a 3-1 or a 3-0 and stuff like that. He was
Yeah,
their
that's-
main man.
You point that out, and I think that's a good point to say. Weeb, as I've said before, is a very composed player compared to what Aaron is. Aaron will be, that very much chasey player. In some games that works. It works against teams. But I think against you guys, for the composure, the sitting third player, the way that we just generally plays, I think it worked for Juice today. I know they were unfortunate not to get the win, but fair play
Yeah.
to you boys getting it.
Yeah.
And I mean, Weep is like so smart as a player instead of like
Yeah,
trying to show off his mechanics. That's so nice to see.
and that's
Yeah.
what champions. If you want to win this, that's what champions are made of. To be able to win when they're not playing well.
Yep.
Mm.
So yeah. And then leaning on, I'll go my prediction. I'm going to go 3-1 Vision X.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Bold.
Yeah, I think this loss will hurt you lads, and I think it will take you
Nah.
a week to get over it. And I think this, you'll come back strong after this game. But I think I'm going 3-1 Vision X this game.
Kick him. Kick the co-owner. Kick him.
I'll kick his off. I'm not officially part of the team.
You ain't
But
kicking me off the
remember-
bench.
Is right.
No,
My
You're
bench.
getting off the bench.
No, my bench.
Kylian, Jonah?
But my
Kylian can
heart
go
wants clinical masterminds to win. Just to put
Yeah,
that
let's
out
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go 3-1 clinical masterminds.
Oh.
Ooh.
I gotta back you up, guys. And I mean, this week was not that of great playstyle we had, but we're gonna forget that one. We're gonna learn from that one, and we're gonna pick it up in the next match against Vision X. And I mean, not saying that Vision X is a bad team; they're a very strong team. But I know how you guys can play, and once one of you pops off in the match, then yeah, you guys can do a lot on the field.
Yeah.
Jonah?
I'm going 3-0 for us.
Whoa!
That's outrageous.
Jonah, you're right.
No, I'm
He's
gonna
going
explain.
bare
I'm gonna
chested.
I'm gonna explain why.
Can I
And I-
change my thing now?
I mean, if you want to change it, it's fine. But
Yeah.
I have a good reason for saying this.
yeah.
Because the thing is, we know what we did wrong, and we know what happened, why we lost.
Do you?
Nah. No,
He's
kick
waffling.
Kick him.
no, we know it, and we're like a great team. And I mean, Vision X is also a great team, but they're not gonna see what's coming next week. So that's why
You-
we're gonna
you
be
don't-
3-0.
So,
Jonah, you don't even understand. You're
so,
gonna get absolutely thrashed.
Yeah.
so on that, my prediction. I mean, that's outrageous that you've gone 3-0.
Yeah.
Fair enough, you're my
Madman.
teammate, but
No.
that's absolutely outrageous. And
I
I
first
said-
wanted to be sweet and say 3-2 Vision X, but I was like, nah,
See-
I'm going
Go be
bald.
us.
Let's go.
See,
Jonah's
that's,
getting some of that Bale confidence.
No,
mean-
Oh,
no,
yeah,
not
definitely.
in real confidence. I'm just confident. That's the thing. I
He's
have real,
taken-
real confidence. Bill.
Dave 4.0.
Nah.
Here he comes.
oh, that's outrageous. But yeah, I mean, this might be the week that Cheeky ends up coming into the team with what I'm about to say, because I don't think the clinical boys will be happy with this, but I think Vision take it 3-2.
Kick him.
I'm going to come out and say it. Vision are a very good team, a very strong team, and we can't play the way that we played last week. Like, we play like that, we lose that 3-1, 3-0. We can't make mistakes. I think we made way too many mistakes. And you make that against Vision, they will capitalize on that. So I say 3-2 to Vision
Yeah.
X.
This is going to be our hardest game, so we're going to have to prepare ourselves.
I think GCI and Brooksies should just swap teams for this round. Just to let, seeing as
I
they
mean-
both went for their opposition.
I mean, it's not. I'm just saying, I'm going bald, but that's the confidence of myself. And I mean, it's not that it's.
Ego.
No, I have no ego, because I still think you guys
Uh-huh.
have a possibility of winning 3-2. But I'm going bald for my prediction.
I like how he had a possibility of winning in that sentence. So moving on from that, we've got Atlantis and Lotus, two teams from the same community. Well, two teams that have merged into pretty much one community.
It's essentially the first ever proper BGCS derby match, I would like to call it.
Yeah.
It's the proper,
Two
it's going to be exciting.
Two teams, that have a lot of potential as well. Obviously, unfortunate for Atlantis, they've had players just dip and straight out and leave. As
Have we
people have
had any
probably seen.
update on the Atlantis situation about?
I think it's still in talks at the minute. I've got one player in mind that's potentially signed up,
Cool.
but I don't want to drop names just in case that doesn't happen.
Well, I think.
Shush, GCI. Shut up.
What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna mention. I thought you were gonna mention the player.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
You don't even know the player. It's like, huh? What do you mean?
I think Lotus are going to win 3-2. I think
Nice.
after winning against Resurrection, they have a lot more confidence now, and I think they can take that and win their next game 3-2 against Atlantis.
I'm going 3-0 Lotus.
You're a weird man.
Why am I weird?
After the
That's facts.
at current moment they've not got a team, so that's that's
They
a
won.
forfeit 3-0.
They won
know.
against Resurrection. They did so well.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
they got the confidence boost of a mile. I mean, it's unreachable. And I
Jonah, how
think
long is a mile?
I don't
He
know.
doesn't even know.
But I think they're gonna win 3-0. Like, they're gonna stop them.
I mean,
And to be fair, I think they're
it's definitely possible.
to like choose between those two teams. I think Team Lotus showed way more than Atlantis, so that's why I'm going.
Yeah, I'm with Jonah. I'm going 3-0 Lotus.
Let's go.
Really impressed me what they seen,
That's what I
And
like.
at the moment as it stands, Atlantis don't have a team, and I don't think it matters who they bring in. I think Lotus looked really good, and I think they just easily win that 3-0. Especially
mile.
if they play like how they played against, if they played today and what they played last week, even though they got beat last week. Things are looking up for Team Lotus.
All right.
Kylian?
I'm going with 3-1 for Lotus. And it just depends on if the other team can get a player in. But if they do, then I think they're gonna take at least one match against Lotus.
Yeah.
Once again,
Okay,
unbeatable.
I do
Come
hope
on.
I do hope Atlantis win, but I'm pretty certain Lotus are gonna win. It would be nice to see Atlantis lads to win their first game and get some points.
For me, it's definitely going to be Lotus still. I'm going to
Yeah.
go with what Kylian said. 3-1. I think Lotus do drop a game. Obviously, depends on what GC they bring in. Depends if they gel well together. But I think Lotus, after the win, could become a little bit too confident going into the game. They drop that one game, and then they win it 3-1. But yeah, the way that Lotus played today, absolutely unbelievable. We've seen the connection with Seb and Eclipse starting to form. And that third
That's
player, at the minute, it doesn't look like whoever that third player is, it doesn't really
Jofi.
affect, whether it be Jofi, whether it be Duffer that comes in, it doesn't affect this team. It doesn't phase them of who comes in. Seb and Eclipse just still have the link-up play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played amazing.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
thought they played very well.
Yeah, their link-up plays were very good.
Yeah, Eclipse, he played better than he has in all of his games.
Yeah, I think he's only ever played one game before, and that was away back in game week 1, I believe.
Yeah.
So I can't really remember that far back. But he did play decent, but he also missed a lot of.
Yeah.
He whiffed quite a lot, which led to you having some opportunities. A lot of them you didn't take advantage of, but yeah, that's something to as much as he played well, if he could cut out those whiffs, they'll come a real long way.
Yeah.
So big game up, Velocity Euphoria. Now, this is gonna be a good one. Obviously, Kyle being the player from this team. Obviously, Trident still steaming his ego in the chat. It's gonna be interesting.
Euphoria 3-0.
Oh
Yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah,
going with
Trident,
the
his
same prediction.
ego is just through the roof right now, and that's gonna
it's off.
that's
it's off its
gonna
nut.
we're gonna see that back in the matches against Euphoria. And I mean, it's just Kyle. Look at him.
I'm gonna come with some facts, facts that I believe are facts.
Oh.
But yeah, Velocity, they've never really done well against us in scrims. And I know that scrims aren't everything. And Jeffo coming into the team, it's still undecided on who will play. I've got my preference of who I'd want to play between Jeffo and Jazzman. But yeah, it really depends what team we play. Jeffo is equally, if not better, than Has.
Yeah.
And we'll have full comms. We've always beat Velocity in the scrims with no comms.
Yeah.
So now we've got a player that's better than Has and with full comms, and we've got a game, and we'll have time to practice hopefully next week.
Well, yeah.
I think I'm not going to go bold and say 3-0, but I'll give them a game. But I think it'll be 3-1 to Euphoria. I think we just know how to play against them, and we'll dominate the match.
Yes.
Well, hopefully Jeffo has his new keyboard by then, so then he'll be playing amazing.
Huh?
Yeah, I meant to say, are you on keyboard and mouse today, or were you on controller, Jeffo? I meant to ask you.
Yeah,
Does he
Jeffo,
play on keyboard and
speak
mouse?
up.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
my man's
keyboard and mouse
crazy.
player. Always on
Keyboard and
keyboard and
mouse.
mouse.
So you had a new keyboard.
Yeah.
But it's broken. Oof.
Yeah, but with a broken keyboard, you look good.
And he had 5 minutes of warm up, so.
Yeah, well, we didn't. None of us got any time for warm up. You know, we all just. I just woke up from a nap because I had 2 hours sleep last night, and then I was walking about Manchester all day today. I was exhausted. So I woke up at like 5:30, and then it took me half an hour to get all this ready in this conservatory. You know, so none of us were warmed up.
Where did you look at?
The conservatory roof. 'Cause it's raining.
Yeah, it's battering down with rain.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go with Euphoria, and I'm gonna go 3-0.
Let's go.
Based on the way that Jeffo played today with a broken keyboard is outrageous. You with a fully working keyboard, unbelievable player. You know, that's the first time I've watched you play. You know, I've heard it from other people that how well you are, you know, what you are as a player. You know, but that's the first time I've watched you, and the first time I've watched you is when you've got a broken keyboard, unfortunately. So you with a fully working, functional one, unbelievable.
Jeffo is a goat.
You know, no disrespect to the other Velocity boys in that team, but I think Trident's ego will be very high after beating us. And I think he will go into that game thinking he's just going to 3-0 and that'll be it. You know, we're the better team. We're going to come into that game 3-0 and we're finished. So just based on them two things, I think Euphoria get the 3-0 on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think I have to give any more reasons. I think just them two base reasons are the reason that you get a 3-0.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What are you saying? What did you say, Jonah? What score line did you say? Or you've not been yet?
I think we all went.
I said
everyone.
3-0. I said
think
I was with the same prediction as Kylian and GCI.
Everyone went 3-0 but me.
Because like it's just
And you're lucky to get that game off me.
That's because Carl's feeling generous. He wants to just give you a game, mate.
Well, it's just we always lose the game.
Just wants to toy with you. Yeah, here's a game. You gonna win? Oh no, my bad.
No, thank you.
just say in one game, then it's like, but you said one. No.
But I think Trent's going to be overconfident.
Yeah.
Well,
It's going to get to him.
it happens. It happens quite a lot. It happened last season.
Yep.
You know, it happened. You know, and it's essentially the same team. You just swap Ben for Toxo, which I think's nearly a like for like player. Anyway, you know, Ben being slightly better than Toxo. But it's pretty much the same team as last season. And they done it last season. They'd get a good win, and then the next game they'd come out and they were just overconfident. Trident. When Trident's overconfident, he forgets to rotate.
Mm-hmm.
He forgets to play properly.
Yep.
And that's, yeah. So I said the only team, I was saying that when we were off stream, the only team that I don't mind playing after a good win is Velocity. Because normally you want to avoid teams when they've just had a good win. You know?
Yeah, but now it makes
Velocity, not.
Yeah. I mean, and Jeffo is gonna get like 500 points every game, so.
Yeah, Jeff was just the GOAT.
Jeffo is ghost.
Rest in peace, Velocity. See you later.
I mean, literally, rest in peace.
Oh, would you look at that? It's an Irish copper.
A copper.
Hey,
It's
let's
a copper
go.
appeared in chat.
Welcome in, Copper.
Copper.
How things have changed since you've last been around.
Yes.
So the next game we've got Juice and G-Force. Two teams battling at the bottom of the end of the table.
3-2
To
for
who?
Juice. Yeah, I think they're gonna take that one. But it's gonna be a very, very hard game as well, since how we saw GeForce play today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they can do it. I believe in them.
Ooh.
What?
Me, I'm gonna go 3-0 Juice.
Yeah, same.
Um,
Same.
I'm not entirely sure if G-Force what team will be about for G-Force next week. That's why you never know with these guys. You know, one week they're playing, the next week they're not. You don't know who's going to play. I don't think they've played the same 3 players in a game yet.
Yeah.
It's been a different mix-up of all the time. They just can't get settled. That's why I'm just going 3-0 Juice. I think what they showed tonight against Vision.
Yeah. They're a very strong team.
I'm
Very
gonna
strong
go
team.
also trio Juice. I think they are mad now. They're like 3 times in a row. How? And if Weep is gonna play, it's over.
Yeah. I think if we're playing, then it's probably, I'm gonna say, a 3-1 Juice. But I do want GeForce to win. I do.
Yeah, but to be fair, don't underestimate GeForce, because we saw how they played today. What we did not expect as well as how Juice played today. So it really depends on how both teams play next week.
Yeah.
Like
I-
see, you were saying about how GeForce played today. I thought that they were playing against them. I thought they were very disappointing. I know what GeForce can play like and how good they can play, and that was nowhere near it. And I think that was mainly just because DP was new. He was just sort of the first game flown in there. I think if they get a few scrims in during the week, if they can, and settle in with them, they'll get even better. But I just don't think they'll do that, because I know a bit more behind the scenes stuff that's going on. They're not going to practice. They're not going to do anything, and but I think they were disappointing tonight. I had a really bad game for me, and we still won it comfortably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got 1 game off you, which was pretty good.
Yeah, that's as I said. Like I think in that game we dominated them as well. We just couldn't score.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think that's the game that they changed the way that they played. They didn't sit back and wait for the pressure to come to them. They gave the pressure to you guys.
Yep.
Obviously, playing the game as just into just watching the game, you get a different look on it.
That's what I was saying. Like it's a complete different perspective for me to what you guys all watched.
So obviously, not saying that you weren't dominant in the game. Not saying that Euphoria weren't dominant in that game, but the way that they changed their play style, they went fully out and hunting for that win, instead of all 3 being back in their own half, sitting on the line, waiting for you guys to make the shot and then try and go for the counter. They were trying to bring it to you guys, which I think, it worked out for them. They got the win against you guys in that game and just didn't continue it in the follow-up game. They continue the way they played in that follow-up game, then I think it goes to a game 5. But, it's unfortunate it didn't happen like that for them. And, Juice, they've been on the back of 3 5 gamers, now, and they've unfortunately lost it every time. Absolutely unbelievable performance today. No disrespect to them today. But they get to the game 5 and they just bottle them. They don't like game 5s. They just throw them away. So for me, I'm going GeForce. On the basis that they get the team that played today. So that'd be Flair, Shizney, and DP. Obviously, Kyle, we know a lot more than, what a lot of other people do. But, they managed to, gel that team together, bring that team in every week from now. I think, it's a very strong team. And, no disrespect to Gonzalo either. You're a very strong player in yourself, I think. But just the way that DP plays, I think it benefits Shizney and Flair.
Yeah, and he's just a lot more consistent, And I think that's the key. Both of them are real good players. Just DP's more consistent and offers the play style that suits Flair and Shizney the most.
Yeah, I think if they played him at the start, they would have done a lot better than they have now, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think a big part of GeForce's problem has just been unsettled. Like I genuinely don't think they've played the same team. It's been a different combination of 3 players every week.
That's the thing, you gel as a team, and you manage to get the same 3 players playing week in, week out. You bond. Unfortunately for GeForce, players have been in out all every week since game week 1. We're very scrappy to even get them into game week 1. But the thing is, they were scrappy to get into game week 1, but they got the win. That's their only win. It was game week 1, and unfortunately from there it just fell apart. But like I say, if they can build from what they did today, build on that team, I think they get at least 1, maybe 2 wins from the remainder of the season.
Oh yeah, Flair, to see something in chat, Flair is a phenomenal player when things are right and he's confident, but it takes a lot for everything to go right.
Yeah. So then last game of the week will be Fearless 5 and Miracle.
Ooh, that's a good game.
Fearless 5 3-0.
Oh, that's bold.
Hey, yo,
Jonah,
straight out the bag.
Jonah's had his bold tablets today.
I think Jonah lost his marbles.
Why? The same as Trident. Bill is also just too confident. And I think Fearless 5 are a very good team. I know how Rex plays. I know a little bit how Tornado plays. They're all good.
I mean, Tornado plays this game, by the way. Just to let you know.
That's what I was just
Even
about to
better.
say, yeah,
Even
nothing
better.
against Rex, but Tornado's
No.
just a step above Rex.
They
They're
rotate.
both good.
They rotate each week, so it is
Yeah.
Tornado. That's how they work it. So Tornado will be in this week because Rex played the week before.
Yeah, I think they're gonna stop Miracle. Fearless 5 is they're not gonna see what's coming. Miracle. That's what's gonna happen.
No, I think even with Tornado, Miracle still win 3-2.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean?
You want to say something about that, Jonah?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Fearless 5 is gonna beat them.
You don't know that.
They're gonna beat them even with closed eyes. Hello?
Bro, I'm gonna beat you with closed
Bah,
eyes.
bah, bah.
I'm gonna.
I like to see that.
I think this has got a 5 gamer written all over it. It's just too. And I'm going to give it to Fearless 5. I think with Tornado playing, I think he'll be the different, the class that they need just to push past this Miracle team and sort of burst their bubble. I think they're undefeated since joining as a full team.
What Copper said in the chat.
But yeah, so I'm going 3-2 Fearless 5.
Yeah, I'm going same with Kyle. 3-2 for Fearless. It's gonna be very close, but Fearless will take the win.
Well, I believe in Miracle. I believe in Miracle.
I'm
You
going.
can believe in whatever you
weird
want.
believer.
Where you come, you sexy thing.
I'm gonna go with Fearless 5.
Oh, what is it with you guys?
That's
Say
lovely singing
it.
that.
Say it. 3-0. Say it.
No, I'm not going 3-0. I'm going 3-1. Fearless 5, are a very, very good team. Team play team. They play well all together. They understand each other, especially as as Tornado comes in. Rex, no disrespect to you. You're a very good player. I think the team in itself molds more with Tornado with how he plays compared to how you play. Yeah, but this is the thing, Dwarf. The play style fits how you play. So Rex might be beneficial for you, but for Fearless 5, Tornado is better for that team. So the way the team sets up, Tornado sits well with Fearless 5. It's different for every single player. But with the way that Miracle are, I said it last week. Hexus is a different type, play style compared to Bale. So depending on who plays in that game, Hexus brings his players into the game, allows his players to play around him, whereas Bale is that pushy. The pushy player that searches for the demos, searches for the ball upfield all the time. Won't really bring his team into it. You're a good player individually, but as a team outlook, I think Hexos is a better player on that front. And obviously, depending on who does play, that's why I say Fearless 5, 3-1. I think if Hexos plays, I think 3-2 Fearless 5.
Yeah, if Exos play, I think 3-1 for Fearless 5.
I still think. No matter.
I think it's 3-2 whoever plays. To be honest.
Yeah, of course, but that's what I said. Atomic,
Yeah.
I think Fearless 5 are a great team. It's just
they're an amazing team, but I do think.
I don't think Miracle is better. It's just
No,
my
I
point
do.
of
I do.
view.
I do think Miracle take it though. At 3-2, Miracle.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying that,
It's-
Yeah.
So then, why have you got them on?
I saw Kyle laughing in the corner of my eye.
I was like already looking at you. I was like, what are you searching for? You were not in the camera anymore. I was like,
searching for.
where did you go?
And then obviously Resurrection get the bye week.
Yeah, they're
Good,
losing.
good or bad?
But no game is gonna win this.
I think that is very good for them, seeing as they just lost to Lotus, which isn't a bad thing because they are a good team. But for Resurrection, I think this is very good for them to recoup, and then whoever they get next week, hopefully
Just
they-
get a lot of practicing together. Play
Yeah.
games together. Just keep doing it. Get scrims in when you can. Play comp or casual or anything. Just play together. Because that's, I think, all that Resurrection need is a bit more, team cohesion.
Yep.
And I mean, I think I didn't say something wrong last week with saying they didn't play with each other a lot, because I saw a little bit in the official match that Hamish and Lewis were double committing. So
Yep.
yeah, you go.
You've got to obviously have an outlook on this. It's the first game that Lewis has played,
Yeah,
Crispy has played, however you know him as. It's his first game in for Resurrection. So if they haven't played together much, it's gonna be difficult coming into that.
Yeah.
Because I think Lewis has a complete different play style to the way that Christian plays. And not only does he have to learn how FaZe and Hamish play, but they also have to learn how he plays. And with Christian playing near enough every week, they've learned the way that Christian plays. I think it was always going to be difficult for him this week.
You can go back and watch the VOD Trident. You'll love it.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, bro.
Not looking good, bruv.
You'll enjoy it.
That's what Jeff said.
But yeah, I think for the game week, the bye week for Resurrection as well. I don't think Christian won't be happy with it, because obviously he's already sat out 1 week.
Yeah,
and then he's sitting out another week. He probably wants to come off the back of that loss and show that they are able to still win off the back of a loss.
It could be worse. I mean, I got banned for a week and then got the bye.
True.
Could be worse.
True. I mean, you still got back good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Why have you got a balloon?
It's Kylian. He's weird.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt.
Well, are you good, Kylian?
Oh. That's that ADHD kicking in now.
What do you mean? I'm just myself.
He's just picking up things. He's like, I can't sit still. Help.
Well,
But
that balloon is gone.
maybe.
Right. So we move on into team of the week.
Oh,
I am going to leave out team of the week this week because I've literally seen nothing.
Oh, okay.
So I can't really go on anything. I've seen those 2 games today, and that's it.
I'm
Plus, I'm going to go off because I'm freezing sitting in here.
Alright, man, no
No,
worries.
I can't do it any longer.
Yeah, you're fine. You're good.
So yeah,
It's like.
I will catch you all later. Enjoy.
See you later, Kyle.
See you later.
Bye.
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 It's just me, myself, and I. On the camera, I'll die.
No, we're not gonna mention Stealth and
Got no
Trident.
one by my side.
Yeah, Stealth is not on my list.
Because you said it now, I'm not gonna mention him.
Yeah.
Oof.
So yeah, team of the week. So Kyle has disappeared because he games, but for everybody else, is anybody ready to just go out with a team, or
I'm
do
not
you,
yet.
you all need a minute?
I need a minute.
Give me a minute.
I've got probably 2 out of 3 of my players.
Well then, let's go. 2
Yeah,
out of
I got
3.
I got the same GCI. I got the same.
For my GC, I'm gonna pick Weaverham.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that's mine.
Absolutely fantastic. He surprised everyone.
Yeah.
One of my champs is DP. He played insane. I thought
Yeah.
he played well with Flair and Shizney. And my third, probably Seb
Who?
from Lotus.
Seb.
Seb.
Yeah, he also played very well with Clips. So that's my 3.
I'm ready as well.
It's
It's gonna be the same though. It's GC Weaverham, Shizney, and Seb, because they both they all 3 played very well in the matches we seen today and in the other weeks. And I think they really stepped up this time compared to what they normally bring on the table. So that's why I chose them.
I mean, I normally have my 3 set. But I think so many players again this week played so well. For me, GC's easy enough. It's Weeb for me.
Yeah.
Weeb was absolutely phenomenal in that game against you guys. Against Vision X. He played absolutely unbelievable. The composure of him, just waiting for the ball to drop instead of challenging like everybody, most players would, is when the ball goes high, everyone goes up and thinks, right, I have to challenge this just in case there's someone coming in. We will just wait and, play the mind game of, well, I'm not going up for that, so I'll wait and I'll just take the touch and I'll do what I want with it. I'll play of how I want to play. You will play to how I want to play, and that's what you'll have to deal with. And it's nice to see that he's slowly working into the potential that he can show. Obviously, me, Cal, we've seen him play before. We've seen him play different, competitive games, whatever. And the potential that he's shown up to now isn't the full potential. But in that Vision X game, he showed glimpses of what he's about, and it's nice to see that he's slowly coming into the game a bit more, and this is who I really am. You've seen other weeks, but this is the true me. As for champs, I'm gonna go with Seb for my first one. Very good link-up player. Four goals, three assists, 4 saves. I think an all-round player is what you need within a team, and it works out well with with the way the Eclipse plays. Them 2 bounce off each other all the way through the games. And then for my third, I mean, it's going to be the player that got it last week for me, is Gravesy.
Gravesy.
He played very well this week again. Continued that very high potential level standard. He got 6 goals, 3 assists, 3 saves. And for me, I say every week he's that middleman, and I think he deserves it again. Yeah, but I still think the way that he plays is he still gets that.
I'm going with the same GC and the same champ, so Weep and Seb.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I said already. Like, we played so smart he's so smart instead of being mechanical, and
Yep.
that's so nice to see, Seb. I mean, he played phenomenal in the game against Resurrection. I don't like to go with 2 players of the same team, but I think I have to go with the same player of the same team. So I'm going with Eclipse. He played well as well with. I mean, he stepped it really up. So.
Yeah, I wanted to pick him, but I thought.
But
2 people on the same team.
Yeah, but I mean, he deserves it. So.
Yeah, he was playing very well.
Definitely.
So I
So
think
who's the best player on the bench?
Probably Kylian.
Yeah.
No.
What? No.
No.
Boy, get out of this call.
Yeah, right now, go away.
I'm gonna shout at you.
So-
is better.
So two players confirmed. With what we voted.
Yeah.
We've got all 4. He gets GC. You can't argue with that one. All 4 of us have gone for it.
Yeah.
Seb, all 4 again.
Yeah.
And then so the vote goes for one champ this week. So it's either DP, Eclipse, Shizney, or Gravesy. And just to cover up Trident, the stats are based on the 2 games they played with the team that they played 2 games. It's based on them 2 games, not the full 3 games. So stat wise, on 2 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, and 3 saves is phenomenal. You think if he had an extra game on top of that as well? So yeah, they may have only played 2 games, but he also played very well.
And I mean, what Bill said literally right now in chat, Trident, it's actually correct. Like, Seldon is expect to play really good, so it's really hard for him.
Do you know what? I say this week in, week out, and I say the same thing over and over again, Trident, is players that are expected to perform to the level that they're meant to are going to be finding it very difficult to get into that top team of the week. And at the end of the day, Stealth got team of the week last week. So
I mean, it's the same for Reptic. Literally the same for Reptic.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be he needs to have a insane week if he wants even to be on team of the week, and he knows the hit himself. That's the thing.
So we've got Gravesy, we've got Shizney, got Eclipse,
I think DP.
and DP. So you got 5 minutes to vote in chat.
Vote.
So automatically, Weeb gets GC and Seb gets into the champ spot, just because of all of us here have already basically all agreed that all of us have gone for that same player.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I accidentally voted for Eclipse.
Nice.
See, the thing is, Eclipse was in mine, and to be fair, I'd probably change mine. I'd probably change mine from Graves' to Eclipse, just because of the two games of that team. But on stat basis, in 2 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, 3 saves is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But no disrespect to Eclipse. 3 goals, 1 assist, and 7 saves. Them 7 saves keeps his team in in the game, and he was what a player that I looked at.
Yeah, and I mean the pressure that he was putting on, that was also very good of him.
Yeah, doesn't look like anyone like supposed for Shizney.
I see. The thing is, Jeffo, is I've never really seen you play, so realistically, you get in because if you have a phenomenal week, because I won't know that that's your style of play. Your style of play. I've seen Stealth play. I've seen a fair few others play in this, and what they produce is the same as what they produce every week.
Yep.
He had a broken keyboard, so I mean,
you're such an outrageous player to even predict on GCI. I'm not gonna lie.
I am a menace.
I mean, you played on the goated car, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm so glad you reminded me of that.
Yeah,
But,
I was like,
Because literally,
I
the
knew
first-
already you were not gonna do that, so I was
so
gonna
I
tell you already.
completely forgot. Because the first touch I got in the ball with that car, I got the ball, I flicked it over someone, faked someone, and got the hell worst shot of my life. But it
Yeah.
was that car. It was making me good.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, that's Jonah. It's Jonah's fault we won.
I mean, you said to me to remind you, so that's what I did.
Yeah, no, yeah. Bro, what the Reptic is a weird geezer.
What?
He just sent me a picture of Cryptic in a towel.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, that's in the Discord.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense now. Does it?
Brooks, did you like the video I sent you earlier?
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely outrageous. So obviously,
I want to know.
Yeah.
So obviously we are slowly coming to the end of the podcast. I think just with Kyle disappearing as well, it's only right that we kind of finish it here, and this is where we kind of finish it normally anyway. We do the team of the week. We kind of talk about who's in the shout out to the players that got nominated. There will be something for next season that will be put into the Discord, as well as honorable mentions will be noted in, as well as the people that get the team of the week.
There you go, Jonah.
Yeah.
Who do you think got clip of the week? I don't know. I don't look through and watch the streams to find the clips. It's down to Mr. Jonah. It's Mr. Jonah's job role to go through streams and find clips. And I think, to be fair, there's a fair few clips today. just for today's games, I think there's a few.
I got absolutely mugged.
The double from Jeffo. That's a contender. That has to be a contender. The save from Aspect was outrageous, by the way, that he got that save on the line. And the fact that he got a follow-up save and then almost a follow-up save on that one as well was unbelievable. Yeah, Weeb's shot was crazy. What I've watched, there's so many of today's games, but I'm more than sure there's clips in the previous games of the previous days will also be somewhere around there. But yeah, some interesting games today, and it looks like Eclipse is going to get the.
What a video!
Looks like Eclipse is going to get the vote.
Yes, sir.
As the time ticks down, six votes. Unfortunate the way that he fakes. We're gonna say that instead of miss, because every miss is a fake, right? But I think he hits the way that he's played today. He's been out for 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks in general. So he played the first week and the third week, and then he's not played since Luminate has played. And I think to come in and perform of how he did is very good.
Yeah, he played very well.
Have you got any questions you want to ask? That's either you guys or chat. Any questions you want to ask? Anything that you want to put to anybody as well, GCI?
That's a good question. So I was thinking.
What's the question?
You're still thinking? Hello.
So, question in chat from Bale: who's the best all-round player?
Oh,
Wait, who's strawberries?
Bale.
That's Bill.
That's Bill.
What happened? Why is he straw?
It's when he wants to go undercover as Bale, but we all know it's Bale now.
Yep, basically.
Well, that's amazing. That is, Bale.
Bill on phone. Oh,
Phone Bill.
maybe you need to change the name then to Bill on phone.
But yeah. So who's your best all-round player?
You go first, GCI.
Oh no, Kylian, you go first.
Brooks, you go first.
See, I have a couple of these. To be fair, I have a few lined up. Brian.
Brian, my coach.
Sits that second player. You know, he can play defensively, he can play attacking, he can play wherever he wants. You know, he'll control that middle of the field either way. Same with Hamish. You know, Hamish can do it at both ends. GC wise, yeah, I'm not sure, to be fair. I think there's a fair few. I think as a GC, I think you're expected to play both ends. You know, I think you're expected to do both. Who does it well? I'm not even going to point that out because I don't even know myself. Like that's even tougher. But for, you know, champs is, you know, what the reason of why they got what they got. See, no, I don't put you there, Trident. Sorry.
Trident, mate, you're at the bottom. I don't want to hear it.
Attacking wise, yes. Defensively, no. But for me, you know, there's two players of Brian and Hamish.
I agree with Brian on GC wise.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few names in there as well. Weeb, Dwarf, Stealth, you know, Reptic. But like I say, you know, GCs are pretty much meant to.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like that's the thing, because Dwarf showed every week that he played that he, you know, can show that he can beat everyone. And same with Weep, like playing smart. And just that's the thing. That's why I prefer like going for this all around player, because he plays consistent same. You know,
Yeah, on every level. So
Yeah.
attack and defense.
yeah,
Defense wise, he's the same.
every week that they come back, I mean, they don't play the same, but like they play consistent. So
Yeah.
I'll probably go my champ, Toxo. He's
Yeah.
quite a good player.
yeah,
He makes mistakes, but it's very little. And
yeah, I like that pick. I go with the
Uh,
same.
What about Top?
I'm
that's
also
just
going
fake
with
off.
Brian.
But this is the thing, you know, there's so many players in this that
Yeah,
can be a
so
good
many.
all-round player, you know.
Yep.
But not only that, you know, taking it away from all-round, you know, there's players that are better at defense. There's players that are better at attacking plays, you know. And most of the time, the players that are in the teams that are in fits the mold for that team, you know. And because I don't want to make it sound like, you know, I'm disrespecting any players in this. You know, I'm grateful for everybody that plays in it. Grateful for everybody that turns up every week and, you know, wants to, you know, see the best for BGCS. And I think every player that's in it, you know, is a very good players all round. You know, as in how they play.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it like the player that's just the most consistent every week. That's,
Yeah.
you know, like I think that is more better of way seeing it, like how they play every week, because there are so much people that are so good. I mean, they don't show up every week, but like most of the weeks. That's
Yep.
My other champ is probably you, Jonah.
Bullshit.
bullshit. Bullshit.
Whoa,
the
outrageous.
past couple-
Hey.
I could change it if you want.
No. No, you don't.
Do it.
Uh,
Do it.
I mean,
yeah, you're
I
quite
would say
consistent,
just do it,
like,
change it, you know. So,
all right, Brooks.
no.
Gosh.
Jonah, yeah, you make little mistakes, but also you fix the mistakes, and you just carry on as you was and play even better than you was, and
Oops.
yeah, and you get better each game.
Oh, thank you.
Who's
I mean,
this is another question for all of you guys. Who's the one player that wish you'd get to see play more? So whether that be, you know, a sub that's in rotation and they should play every week, or a sub that, you know, that doesn't get to play.
give me a minute.
I've got someone in mind.
See, I have a few players in mind.
Yeah, same. One of my players is Arjun.
Yes.
Yep.
And maybe you, Kylian. I'd like to see you play a game.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy boy.
Yeah.
Make my tail go left to right.
Yeah, I think for me it's Hexus, Arjun, Kylian, you know, Crispy as well. You know, we got to see him to play today, but I'd like to see him play a little bit more. DP, now he's back. You know, DP's back in for season 2. He was in for season 1.
At least this season he didn't score an own goal and went on the opponent's team.
I mean, that was outrageous. He did that.
That was so good, but we still lost. So.
You know, same with Dash. You know, we've seen him I think 2 weeks now, but I think I want to see more of Dash. Janego, you know, it's going to be tough for him to come into the Vision X side with the way that you guys are playing, but you know, it'd be nice to see a little bit more of him. You know, whether that be in the cup, whether it be in the league, you know, whichever.
Yeah, he'll be playing in the cup.
And I think for us, you know, Cheeky as well.
Yeah, I wanted to say him as well. 100%.
I forgot about Cheeky.
Obviously, I'm out of the cup. I'm sitting completely out, letting Cheeky play. 1, I have work, and 2, I would have let him play anyway because I think, you know, he deserves the right to play.
Yeah.
He's actually a very good player.
Yeah.
He's a very good player.
He's very underrated. I mean,
yeah,
I think even he is like in my top 4 consistent players.
Yeah.
He plays very weak, very consistent. I like that last season.
Yeah, I screamed you. I can't remember when it was, but it was.
When we played with Cheeky.
Yeah. And he was playing.
He was phenomenal. Yeah.
Every single game. He's a very good player.
Brian's just put in chat there. Who is the underrated? Who is underrated? Do you mean player or team?
Yeah. If I go with player, then I would say, and that's also what I wanted to mention, like Cryptic. I want to see him play.
Cryptic.
I missed him off.
I would love this. He's playing the cup. It's just it's a lot harder for us to play as his play style doesn't fit with mine or my play style whatsoever. Because I can't adapt to how he plays, and he can't adapt to how I play. So
yeah, he's kind of the same as a play style with me. Because today I played with him some twos, and we instantly clicked, as in how we played, and we had some crazy passes with each other.
But I think on that though, Kylian, I think you're a very adaptable player. You know, whoever you play with, I think you can adapt to that play style. You know, me and you have played together, and you adapt to how I play. But you know, it's the same for how I am. I can adapt to pretty much any player that I play with. You know, most of the time I'll play that third man if it's threes. You know, even in twos, I'll sit more of a defensive player, so it allows, you know, like yourself, you're a more attacking player anyway, so it allows you to do what you want to do. You know. But I think you are, you know, more of an adaptive player, and like GCI said there, it's, you know, some players aren't adaptive to people's play styles. They have one set play style, and that's how they play. If other people can't work around that, then you know it's unfortunate, especially if you have 2 players the same as they can't adapt with each other. I think that's going to make it hard. But I think as well, you know, the thing I'm going to say to you is GCI is getting scrims. You know, obviously I know it's hard getting scrims. You know, it's hard getting the team together, but I think that's what helps the adaptability of a team. Is, you know, that's how you learn each other.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be scrims, whether, you know, you even jump into casual, whether you jump into competitive, whatever it is, you build that connection with you three, you know, whoever's playing in the cup, whoever's playing in what. I think as even in, not even just at your team, I think as, you know, for other teams as well, you know, there's going to be other players in other teams that aren't adaptive to, you know, certain play styles. But I think the more you play, the more you get used to that team, you know, the player. And that's how you overcome that of, I'm not adaptive. Yeah, but if you play with him, you'll learn how he plays, you'll know what he does, just learn about him.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to play with him so many times in the past. I still want to play with him. It's just the fact I can't. I don't know. I can't seem to play with him. But that's another reason why I'm not playing in the cup. Because Brian and Cryptic play twos all the time. They know how to play with each other. And then Janega, he can adapt with anything and everyone. So them three, I think, is going to be a very good team, as you guys scrim them as well. So yeah.
As for GCs, I need to say GCIs for next season. As for GCs for next season, it's all going to be straightened out later on, Christian. I mean, the players that you're putting in there, pretty much, they're going to be. You know, we know what their rank is. We know what they've hit. We know what they're close to. You know, certain players are certain and definite. But until we get to season 3, I'm not interested. I'm going to put it out there. You know, I'm not interested for season 3 stuff. It's something that we're going to cover in season 3, you know, when season 2 ends. So whatever rank anybody is at the minute, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, you all entered at the correct ranks of what you should have been. You know, GC, champ, whatever you registered at the time, that's what you were.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, there's next season talk, and not now.
I mean,
it's now talk about season 2. You know.
I mean, I'm not sure if Jonah should be a champ, but you know,
more like a diamond, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, facts.
He should be down there. We'll try and have
Glad to.
No, he's lower than me.
I mean, yeah, something that you mentioned there as well. The cup starts soon. Next week, maybe the week after, actually.
We played it 1-8, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think it starts in 2 weeks' time. I believe.
Whoa.
And I'm not 100%. Like I say, you know, I'm completely out of the loop. On this, because it's Kyle and Reptic that are running it. Nothing to do with me. If you haven't already, go and follow the new Twitch. I don't think I have that linked.
Oh.
I probably should, to be fair.
Yeah.
So this is what's going to be running on for the cup, and as from next season, you know, if we get more than the 10 teams that we. Yeah, but that's why the subs, you know, this is why it brings the subs in, Trident. You know, this is, if we get the 14 plus teams, we're going to be doing like an A stream and a B stream, so teams will be split between the stream that I just put in chat and then this one. What?
No, I'm just saying. I'm hyped. Groups.
Bro, you're weird.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I am playing.
Weird.
I will be playing Brian. I play pretty much every week for this. It's just the cup I'll miss. Like, I'll let Cheeky play.
Who knows? Maybe Cheeky plays next week.
Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, you know, like I say, it's, you know, the new channel is, you know, going to be for the cup, going to be for, you know, B stream if we make over 14 teams, which I have a very good feeling that we will hit more teams next season. We've got between four and 8 different communities already wanting to put a team in, and it's one of them that no, you can't put a team in yet. You'll have to wait for season 3. They're eager to come in.
Like, oh no.
I have a question. How many teams are you?
I don't know. I don't know how many teams you can have from one community. Someone's already asked me this. That's what you're going to.
No, I was just saying, how many teams do you want?
Arabic.
Between 14 and 20.
That is a lot.
But I think we get.
Nah.
I think we get that easy. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3
Right.
teams waiting to register, and that's from Lotus community, I think.
Yeah, I've got a couple from Century X.
But this is something that we're going to talk about as well: is how many teams we're going to allow the same community to input. Obviously, you guys technically you're all from my community as such, so realistically anyone should be able to put in as many teams, but it's just something we've got to cover.
Yeah.
Because obviously I want to make sure that people that have been in it previous seasons get in it for follow-on seasons.
Well, yeah, because I was asking you a couple of weeks ago how many teams I can put in from my org.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, like I say, everyone eventually comes into hopefully comes into this community that we're building. So realistically, you're all going to be part of the same community eventually anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's up on looking good right now. You guys are making it what it is. I know I can come out here and stream every week, but if teams, the players that play in it, if they don't turn up, I haven't got a series. So it's not only me that turns up and streams it; it's you guys that are also making this as a thing. Hello.
Hello.
All right. What do you think?
Hello.
He's not talking to you, Jonah.
Have you come? Have you come to be on the
I was
podcast?
like-
Have
I
you?
was so confused.
But it's
Huh?
What?
He was not talking to us.
Yeah.
What?
I thought he was
Oh.
talking to Kylian.
Wait.
Huh? Who's
What did you
talking to
say?
me?
What did you say?
No one's talking to
Oh, the little
What
man.
about him?
Shh, it's the little man. We need to listen.
What about him? Who?
You.
Say hello to whoever you just said hello to.
No.
Who? Trident?
Yeah.
Don't say hello to
Yeah.
Kylian. What?
Oh no, that's
Kick him.
that's an insult
Kick
and a
him.
half.
Kick him from the
no.
team.
Killian's just been called Trident.
Oh, hell no.
Can you say Kylian? Almost. Close.
Sounded so sweet.
Close. But yeah,
Love you.
I mean that's gonna be it because he's now gonna be in here terrorizing everything. So we're gonna cut the podcast there. But yeah, like I say, thank you so much for everyone coming by. Thank you, whether it be Twitch, whether it be the YouTube series that we do. We're doing a clip of the week. We're doing the podcast now on there as well. We put so much stuff on so many different things. And Kylian, just do that again. I missed it.
I saw it coming when Jeffo said it in chat. I was like,
But we run so many different series on across so many different things, and I appreciate everyone that comes by and supports everything that we kind of do. You all right?
Oh, what the flip?
Yeah, literally flipped.
But yeah, so it's gonna be a goodbye for myself this week. If it's gonna be released tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yay.
I believe.
Why so late in the morning? Why so early?
4 p.m.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's the
On a
afternoon.
Tuesday. It's literally Tuesday.
All right.
it's tomorrow. It's Sunday tomorrow. I don't know what you're saying right now. Are you good?
Confusion.
I mean, you've confused the hell out of me right
Do I
now.
do I
it's
need
like
to help
spag
you?
bowl.
Autocorrection.
It's like-
Autocorrection. Hello. Autocorrection.
It's
Sunday.
like spag bowl. It's literally a spag bowl.
There we go. There's the command. Thank you, Mr. Cal.
Why does it say B? Oh, okay. I thought that. Yeah. Jonah, don't
Autocorrection.
Autocorrection.
I think I'm having a stroke.
We better
Just
leave
don't
if you're having one of
Do you
them.
need me? I fly over right now.
Jonah, mate.
Right, so
Get away, get away.
so
Trying to help you here.
so
Get away.
once again, like I say, thank you for coming and supporting every week. Thank you for coming on, GCI. I appreciate it. You know, we finally got you on.
Yes,
I'm only
thank
sure
you for having me.
I'm only sure you'll end up being on towards the back end of the season because of what we've got lined up.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not been announced anywhere yet, so that's why it's so secretive.
Okay, though.
But yeah, so until then, I shall catch you all soon, and
Bye, stream.
bye.
I'm waving.
Bye.
W's.